right, let's see if this works. Hello.
Hey guys. I'm saying guys, but there's probably no one tuned in.
We don't know if anybody is on.
It says no one's tuned in. So
okay,
I'm going to try and get the link for this video and send it to the first live stream that we actually tried to set up.
Okay, so we've tried to go live and it didn't work out properly. So we've just started a new live and hopefully people get notified. Oh, we've got 2 people.
Yay.
Showing.
We've got 2 people.
Yay.
Showing.
All right, we've got a few more people. All right.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the link so I can send it to the other people who were waiting.
Okay. Okay, we've got more people here now who are on this live. So apologies, guys. The link before did not work. And we're trying our best to try and work out how to use a Facebook Live. Hi, Ansel. How are you doing? Okay.
1 second, please. Right, found it here.
All right, got more people on the live. Got 20 people on here. Hey, guys. Hey, how you doing? Okay, got people. Hi, Ika. Hope you're doing well. Hello. How are you guys?
Hey, guys.
Greetings. So this is our first ever live. We've never done one before on YouTube. And so we're still trying to work out the tech. Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us properly? I hope you can hear us properly, right? Social
Please
distancing.
give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Please comment and stuff like that.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Good.
Nora's World, thank you.
How is everybody? How are you guys doing? How are you coping with this whole social distancing situation? Are you guys... Yeah, we can see quite a few good comments.
Thank you.
So for those of you who don't know us, I'm Ken.
I'm Mary.
Obviously on the Humble Penny. We thought we'd just go live and pretty much we haven't planned anything. Oh, someone says you're my favorite YouTube couple.
Oh,
that's really nice.
Nice.
And first of all, just to say hi and just to chat to you guys, you know, as you're part of our community. We obviously care about your welfare. So we just want to make sure you guys are actually okay, you know? And for Mary and I, just to talk to you casually about family life, just life in general. Our kids, by the way, are in our kitchen. So in case kids suddenly run into this room, just kind of pre-warning you guys. Anything you want to say, just kind of kick off?
Yeah, just to reiterate what you said. It's not planned, and I'm absolutely not used to doing lives, although you do lives in our private Facebook community.
Yeah.
This is my very first, and I'm so nervous. So please bear with me, guys. But just to say, look, we just wanted to show our faces, be present, so you guys can see that we're real, we're human. And just, we just wanted to spread some positivity, some love, and just share how we're coping in this current climate that we're in.
Yeah. So we're currently, just to give you perspective, so we're currently in our dining room. That's where we are now. And we normally do some videos in this room, but ordinarily we make a lot of our videos at the back of the house in this. Please make sure you're asking us questions as well so we can, you know, pick stuff up. Yeah, how are we? Yeah, we're great. Oh, hello from India. Wow, we've got people from India. That's amazing. Let us know, where are you guys right now? Are you in London? Are you in the UK? What part of the world are you watching this live from? Don't forget to please hit the like button because it just helps with engagement and that sort of stuff. And we'll be happy to answer questions as well as we go along, okay? So just post the questions, be as specific as you can, and we will answer them as we go along, okay? So we've got people from London, Birmingham, Rowan Cooper. Oh, Rowan! That's Rowan.
Chris from the Bahamas.
Hi, Rowan. I didn't expect you to come on the live. we got Chris from the Bahamas, Joshua from Nigeria, Milton Keynes, Edinburgh. Wow.
Reading.
Chelmsford. Wow, that's fantastic. We got lots of people from lots of different places. Grantham. Wow. Okay. Oh, Manchester. I got Manchester as well. That's exciting.
Sorry, my eyes were...
Wales. Got Boomy from Wales. So guys, we really appreciate you taking the time to actually come on this live.
Manchester, Wales, brilliant.
Because like, honestly, let's just dive in, right? Let's just talk about what we've been up to.
Cool. All right.
Family life and what's been going on. Okay, so we're self-isolating like everybody else. So we're at home, and we've been doing homeschooling. You know, we've got lots of. I would show you around our table right now. We've got homework galore. We've got stuff everywhere. Kids' books. Kind of shared realities, because it might be easy for you guys to watch us on YouTube and things are edited and kind of look a particular way, which is why Mary often adds like the bloopers, because a lot of my videos that I do, they're never, honestly, they go through like rounds of hundreds of hours of editing to make it look okay.
Yeah.
Celia says, I'm planning my wedding right now. Wow. Oh no, 50% left. What have we been doing so far to kind of stay sane in this situation?
Well, we've been going for walks together, which is nice. We used to do it a lot, but recently, over the years, life has just been so busy. Unless we go out, we've not just done the normal, simple go for a leisurely stroll. So we've done a lot of that. We've also watched a film yesterday, didn't we? A 4-part. We've
seen Self-Made on Netflix. We say highly recommend. Please go and watch it. It's a really good story it's a very feel-good film about a woman, kind of the first self-made black woman, female millionaire in America back in 1918 sort of time. So go and watch it. It's a really cool show on Netflix to watch, based on a real life story. Anybody, obviously, you know, you can watch it from any background, whatever background you're from, but it really just tells this story of how you go from like being in a negative place, like most of us are at the moment, with the current financial crises and stuff like that, and health crises, but kind of turning that around and seeking opportunities, which is kind of some of the stuff we wanted to talk to you guys about today, because the feeling we get is that many people are petrified. You know, many people are feeling negative, and people are kind of cutting their costs here and there, and naturally, and trying to manage their finances and manage their family lives. But I think, you know, this is a really good opportunity as well. You know, it's kind of to be still and really just reflect upon your own life situation. There's so many things. In fact, I'd love to hear from you actually in the chat. What have you always wanted to do if only you had enough time to do it? Please just let us know. What are good examples? I know for certain I've always wanted to do a lot more decluttering, right? Because our house, we have certain rooms that are, you know, okay, and then we've got certain rooms just filled with stuff. And so what we've been doing with this time off is that we've been doing a lot of decluttering. I mean, how would you describe, how's that felt for us doing decluttering?
It is therapeutic. It really is. So I've already started with the kitchen cupboards, all the spices, seasoning. I've given that a nice good tidy and clean and organize that. The boys' toys, which are just currently everywhere at the moment, we're sorting them. So we've got a pile that to chuck out. Ken's already chucked it out and he banned me from rummaging through that bag. We've got a sack of stuff that we're going to give away to people, and we've organized the rest of the boys' stuff. So we've done the toys, but we've still got a lot of clothes we need to sort out. But so far, the experience has been fun. It's been fun. Yeah. It's overwhelming because when you start, you realize there's so much more you need to do. Actually, we've got some toys in the utility room. We've still got some toys in the boys' room. But once you do start, you do have this sense of like, yes, I've achieved something today. So yeah, that's been good. That's been good.
I've personally been sleeping a lot more. I don't know about you guys. You know, it'd be good to hear from you if you've been getting a lot more sleep. And I think what this situation's done for most people is that it's given them a bit of a reset. Almost everybody around the world has hit a bit of a reset button. And it's kind of forced us to examine how we typically do life. You know, what we typically spend money on, for example, traveling and stuff like that. And kind of examine what we typically do with our time. So, for example, we've noticed quite a few of our neighbors, you know, older couples. Me and Mary are the youngest people on our street, by the way. Most of the people who live near us are much older. we've noticed lots of couples
going for
walks together, which is like, I thought that's really nice. And so we're planning as well to go and do the same at some point. I'm going to go out for a walk with the kids. We're going to go out and mow the lawn, because the kids have been looking forward to that. Can play, just play outside and stuff. But for us, I think what this is doing for us is it's helping us just reflect on how we're using our time. What are we spending our time on? What have we always wanted to do, and how can we go about doing it? So good example is, how many of you have always wanted to start a side business or a bit of a side streams of income and stuff like that? I'd love to hear from you guys. Are any of you starting to explore any of the ideas we share? Are you kind of, what's interesting to you at the minute? And is this time a bit of an opportunity for you to explore that? Please let us know as well. Let's read some of the comments and see what people are saying. Somebody says, Nora's World says she's learning about investing. Absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. Perfect time, by the way. If you're thinking about investing, this is a good time to kind of start small, because prices now have never been as they are they've been this low, but for many of the big kind of markets, kind of indexes, they've never been this low. So this is a good time to explore investing your money, maybe starting quite small if you're new to investing, and getting yourself into the habit of doing it consistently. So Nora's World, investing is definitely a good thing. Michaela says, I wish I could stay at home. I'm still working. Oh, really sorry to hear that.
Chances are you're a key worker, and we value you. Like, we appreciate you guys, all the nurses, all the teachers that still have to work. God bless you guys.
All those doctors. All those people out there. All the people even working in like the shops, like the supermarkets. Like, we value you guys like you would not believe. So the drivers, we just had some people deliver some stuff via Amazon. Those guys are still working. So we really massively appreciate you. I've got Evangelist Joshua. This is one of my YouTube friends. I've made so many friends on YouTube. People on YouTube. Who have we got here? Veronica says, I'm writing my blog and ebook on property investing. Wow, that's amazing. By the way, I'd love to know more about that. Feel free to share a link. We'll check, if it's set up already, share a link. We'll check it out and comment to you guys. Somebody called FA says, I really want to start small with investing, but don't know where to start from. Okay, well, look, you've asked, I mean the cheapest platform. So a good platform is Vanguard. Vanguard's it's very cheap, but they focus mainly on funds, by the way. So they don't do individual stocks. So we'd recommend, well, I shouldn't say recommend, but we use Vanguard. It's one that I could comfortably mention as something that you could use as well. Another is the Share Center. Just Google the Share Center or Hargreaves Lansdown. These are all names that offer you different types of things, but give you the possibility of starting. Back with you guys. Love your information. Keep it going to help. They're not knowing. Yes, inspirational post by Leveson Daily. Thank you. We really appreciate this, by the way, guys. It's a big, you don't understand how we feel so blessed to have you guys watch our stuff, consume our YouTube videos. A lot of effort goes into the videos, so we really appreciate you doing it. Who else do we? JNEA says, I became an actor. That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing. Anyway, so just going back to what we were saying earlier, how can people thrive in this current situation? What can they do? Let's talk about in different sections. Let's talk about mental health and kind of that sort of stuff. What can people do better?
Right. So another thing that we have been doing to stay sane in this situation, we do it already, but we're doing it more so, is praying. Some of you know we are Christians. That's our faith. We're practicing Christians. And so praying has definitely helped us in this season where there's a lot of fear. People's hearts are, just people have no peace right now. Yes. So prayer definitely definitely helped us. Cooking. I've been trying to cook healthy meals. I do it anyway, but more so this time. We've been cooking a lot of healthy meals, and so that has been good because we just feel like we need to be healthy anyway. Been drinking a lot of water, hot water with all the lemon, ginger, and stuff.
We ordered a water filter. Somebody recommended. Finally.
Oh my
These are the benefits we get from YouTube. Somebody recommended we buy a water filter.
It was a distiller.
A distiller, that's it. And so we listened. We bought the water filter, and it came today.
Yeah. So
we're so excited.
No more bottled waters, guys. We're so pleased to know. But yeah, so we still need to open it up. And we'll let you know how we get on with that. And if we think it's good, we'll recommend it definitely to you guys if you're considering switching from tap or bottled water to a distiller.
Okay. All right, look, let's just talk about so the mental health thing's critical, right? So Mary's made it very clear the sort of stuff we're doing, sleeping more, reading more. I think reading, we brought some books to share with you guys actually, because we thought it's a really good way to when you think about your money mindset and think about the aspects of your life you should be thinking about. There's certain books, we're big readers. Every room in our home is filled with books. Now, I wanted to share a few books, right? This book here, for a lot of you guys who are thinking about online ideas and starting little ventures, I love this book because this book basically teaches you how to start to approach thinking about ideas that generate you an income on an ongoing basis. So kind of a subscription type setup. This is a really good book for that. Even if you run like a florist's or you run a cleaning business, you should try and think about adding an element of a subscription type of income into your business. If you don't know how to do it, we share a lot of stuff on this channel, but this book, which I hope you can see this, is a great book for that, called The Automatic Customer. Check out this book, grab it on Amazon. We can put links, I think, to this stream. Feel free to check that out. I've got this other book as well called You're a Badass at Making Money. This book by Jen is a fabulous book for your money mindset. It's a really good book. And the mindset now is very important because I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, you know, things are getting really bad and people are kind of scared about stuff. But we're here to kind of give you that positivity and give you that perspective about your future. And the reason I've shared this book is to remind you guys, please remember to focus on your longer term goals, okay? Remember that, because I know it's very easy to kind of ratchet back and, you know, stop spending money. That's important, but you've also got to focus on just anything that's helping you stay connected to your future goals. Because that's really important, because what tends to happen is that imagine you're on a journey and your things are going well and you're doing certain things every day, and then suddenly something happens that's so dramatic and pushes you off course. What happens is once you fall off that course, for a lot of people, they never come back on. And so most people then drop off from pursuing their long-term goals. And with that goes a loss of motivation, a loss of just general inspiration, and a loss of all the learning that they might have been acquiring over time. So this for me is just a general kind of plea to you guys to say, please try your best to still stay connected to your long-term goals, okay? For a lot of you, that might be financial independence. You should just expect generally that there will be ups and downs towards that journey, okay? And the key things for you to keep working on that mindset and surrounding yourself with the right kinds of people who will help to motivate you and share ideas with you to help you move forward. This is why we have this channel. We work tired, honestly, you would not believe how many hours we put in to make sure we create the content to help you move forward. So we're hoping it's having some positive impact. And a lot of you guys are feeling more confident on your money journey and you're learning a lot more. What would you like to share beyond, you've got some books as well to share, haven't you?
Yes, so I've got this. This is a book by Rick Warren. It's called The Purpose-Driven Life. And this is just about, the title is, it says, what on earth am I here for? So the whole idea of this book is that we're all here for a purpose. There's a reason why we're here, and this book just helps you discover that purpose. So I highly recommend it during a time where some of you might have a lot more time on your hands. You're probably doing a lot of reflecting. Yeah, so I definitely recommend this book. Also, this timeless book, 7 Highly Effective People. This helps with your personal and your professional development.
Yep.
I definitely recommend it because it helps with your mindset as well. And if you're someone that usually sees lots of problems, this just helps you to see opportunities where other people might see problems, and just to change, your general mindset, the way you view things, and how to act on them. So yeah, definitely recommend this book by Stephen Covey.
Excellent.
Yep.
Right, I've just picked this one book, this final one to share. There's so many things we could share, but I just wanted to share this book by a guy called Kevin Murray, called The Language of Leaders. Okay. And the reason I wanted to mention that is really focused on this word leaders or leadership. Okay. We're in a time where many people are struggling. And the one thing we were talking about today is this idea of servant leadership. So servant leadership. By that I mean kind of remembering that me and Mary, we're so aware that our actions are observed by many people. And in the same way, in your life, you might be observed by your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your kids, or your parents, or your siblings, or your in-laws, what have you, or your friends even. And the way you respond in this current situation matters. So your general level of attitude and level of care for other people and for your community matters a lot. So these are all elements of leadership. And this book is a really good book about the language of leaders, kind of how leaders solve problems. And this time more than ever, we're called to solve problems, no matter how small. It could just be that you go out and help out somebody on your road, or you move somebody's bin into their driveway or something, or whatever, I don't know. But there must be various ways that you can think about acting in a form of as a leader. But you might not think of yourself as a leader, but we all have leadership capabilities in different ways. So feel free to check that book out if it's something that really appeals to you. It's also a really great business book. So if you're somebody who's interested in business, this is something that might be appealing. Okay, right, let's read some of the comments quickly. Somebody said, where are you guys from? So South London reseller. Was it you that asked the question? I saw the question, somebody asked, where are you guys from? So you guys living in London? Yep, so we live just on the outskirts of London. So we live in Kent. Okay, that's where we live. Okay, so Mary's a Londoner. She's born in London, born in Hackney in East London. Specific, right? I was born in Lagos in Nigeria. That's where I was born. And then I moved to the UK in 1998, and I've lived here ever since. Okay, and Mary's lived in Hackney all her life, pretty much, until we met each other in 2009.
Yeah.
And sorry, I've got to remember that. 2009, and then we kind of just started the journey, right? Started the journey, courting and all those fun things, and then engaged and then got married and so on. Okay.
So, but right. Yeah, Kent is our base.
Yeah, Kent's where we're living now.
I thought you came from St. Lucia.
Oh, really? Oh, that's nice.
You don't look.
Well, I definitely don't look St. Lucian. That's for sure. Maybe Mary might look. She might get away with it.
Someone said you look Ghanaian. I saw somebody greet us with.
So many people. So many people think we're Ghanaian. Now we love.
Think you're Ghanaian. Yeah.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So many people said that to me, and I'm like, that's nice. Like, I'd love to be Ghanaian. Like, I love the Ghanaian vibe. So anyway, right. But we kind of think we're quite international because we travel a lot, and but we're very close to our roots as well. So that's very important to us. What else have we got? Any advice on books? So we've talked about books, communication. Sometimes it doesn't happen. So sometimes it just happens at 5 p.m. But we're consistent on uploading every Tuesday and a Thursday as well. Okay.
Somebody also, we have a whole full blog post that you did on books that you recommend.
Oh yeah, so yeah,
we will add it to the description here if we can.
Yeah.
Or in the comments later.
There's so many. Oh my God, there's so many books. We just haven't even had the time to update.
Yeah, we need to actually update that list. Yeah.
Update the list of books. We've got a ton of books on there. If you go to thehumblepenny.com and then go in the Academy tab, you see there books I love. just click on that link and you see a list of books that we've got that we recommend, right? Junior Otang, love your content. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Chuck Lee said, you guys are very cute together.
Oh,
that's nice. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Very sweet.
Where are you from, by the way, Chuck Lee? Are you in the UK? Where are you from? Please let us know. South London reseller, you guys are adorable. We really appreciate that. Honestly, really, really kind. Is Mary from Nigeria too? Yes.
I am. I'm Yoruba.
She's the, so yeah, for those of you, I mean, this is going to be very weird, but we're from particular tribes. I'm the Igbo tribe, and Mary's from the Yoruba tribe.
Yeah.
But, so we got a bit of diversity there.
Yes. Yeah. Very different. Very different.
Very different. Any advice for struggling immigrants? Any advice for immigrants struggling to make professional headway? Okay, very good question. So, in fact, I was going to do a video, and I haven't been sure whether I should make this video. I'm kind of focused on, I know a lot of people who watch this channel are from an immigrant background, whether first generation, second generation, what have you. So I was going to make a video about this at some point, but good question. Any advice to make professional headway? Well, I mean, I'm just going to make a general point, which is that we're living in times now where if you come from a low-income background, you might be a woman, you might be somebody who's, you know, Asian or black or even white, but from a low income, what have you, right? And you have certain things you perceive to be disadvantages to you at the minute. I think the bigger advice I can give anybody who comes from an immigrant background and trying to make their way is really to work on the mindset, okay? Which is to start to work a lot on your self-awareness and understanding a lot about what makes you who you are and what makes you very unique, because that level of uniqueness gives you a lot of confidence in who you are. So I'll give you an example, guys. My last name, which is now our last name, is one that most people can't even pronounce, right? Most people can't even pronounce my last name. And for a long time, I used to freak out about it. In fact, I felt very kind of like, why would anybody give me a job? You know, all these things. But the fact that I've come to kind of accept my identity and accept where I've come from, accept my heritage. The same for you, by the way. If you're from, no matter where you're from, whether from Asia or, you know, Europe or wherever you are, as soon as you accept that identity, that acceptance of who you are and where you come from matters a lot, because it gives you something unique. Not everybody will understand that, but at least it will give you a level of confidence that can then be exported, whether it's into your professional life, into your business life, into your personal life, what have you. Just it'll give you only, well, I say the only reason, it's not the only reason. One big reason I got that job was because when I went to the job interview, they asked me, Ken, tell us about yourself. Where have you come from? What is your life about? I could have started by saying I'm a chartered accountant, I'm this and this and this and this. All I focused on was I immigrated to the UK at the age of 15. And I spoke about my 15 years of life in Nigeria and how I had kind of had to overcome so many things with my family in order to kind of find my way to the UK. And then from there, then start to kind of find my way as a young man. That story alone, the minute I finished telling that story alone, the guy who was interviewing me, who was a chairman of a FTSE 100 company, he'd been chairman of FTSE 100 companies, said to me immediately, this was around 5:30 p.m., said to me, Ken, we had 5 people lined up for this job who we already had a favorite, but right now, you are now the favorite for this job. Just imagine that. That only happened because I started by introducing myself by telling my life story and not hiding away and shying away from my immigrant background and what have you. So what you'll find is, and if you can take this point away, I'd really appreciate it, which is that the things you think are disadvantages in your life right now really are your advantages if you know how to use them. I hope that's a really good advice for you, okay?
For productivity. So I would say to write a list the day before, the night before. You might want to schedule it in, like you've spoken a lot about calendar blocking, which you can do on Google. So definitely Google Calendar. So if you do that the night before, then when you wake up in the morning, you can just get straight into it instead of trying to work out what am I going to do, and before you know it, time is wasted. So before you go to bed, write that list. And also something that we shared with our private community, which has helped us a lot, is we have these sand timers.
Yeah,
and they are.
I should go and grab one.
Oh, it's okay. I'll get it.
I'll go. Or, actually, you keep talking. I'll grab it.
So we have sand timers, and we bought it in a box. So there's a set ranging from 1 minute timer, 3 minute timer, 5 minutes, 15, and a 30-minute timer. So we use that whenever we just begin our daily, go through our tasks. And I get easily distracted, so does Ken. But these timers keeps us super focused on our task. So Ken's just gonna bring them. And we use this for the boys. We actually bought this for the boys, these send timers, for them to practice their music lessons, for them to take ownership of it. So they'll be responsible for turning the send timer. And then it just keeps them focused. But we find it super, super useful for ourselves. I definitely find it useful for myself. So here's a 30-minute timer.
You got these are quite useful.
5-minute one.
Yeah. So there are loads. There are about 6 of them that we use, and they're very handy. There are many other things, you know. So, for example, doing social media twice a day is actually really useful. So you might think about doing social media at 12 noon and then doing social media at 6 p.m. Because what that then does is it stops you constantly checking all the time what's going on around the world, and it also just helps you just focus on things that might be important, like, you know, picking up a book and actually opening the book and reading it, or maybe even having a conversation with your partner, you know, rather than just like being in the same room and maybe being on your devices. So those are good things. Okay, what else we got? Ken, I love your story about when you first came to this country. Yes, I keep telling those stories. By the way, for many years, I was embarrassed by my story, for many years, just so you guys know. So I'm really glad that this story is helping kind of empowering many people, because there are so many people who are facing unbelievable challenges right now, not just economic challenges, but things like immigration challenges and citizenship and like residency, and so many challenges that people are struggling with right now. Okay.
Adi Christia, did I pronounce that right? Guess what? Whilst in this session, I've just opened up my Vanguard account and started investing.
Wow.
Guess who's to blame for this? Hey, that's awesome.
That's so cool. What music do you like listening to? Okay, so I listen to weird music.
It's not weird. It's not weird.
It's not weird.
I don't think it's weird. No, not at all.
Yeah. I listen to weird music, but I'll tell you anyway. So I listen to film compositions. So like, you know, when you watch like epic movies and stuff like that, like the people who compose the music for that, I love that kind of music, because it just helps me, because for a long time I struggled with listening to a lot of people talking and music, and I just wanted to just remove all the noise. So I now listen to a lot of compositions and people like Hans Zimmer and people like that, because it just helps me with my creativity. I've never thought of myself as being creative. Mary is the creative one in our marriage, but it's taken me a while to kind of develop that level of creativity, and the music helps me with that. Yeah,
and I was going to say you're very creative. I always tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you really are, and I'm not just trying to, don't get big headed, but yeah, you're amazing.
I think you are. You're just telling me nice things.
When I met Ken, I was super impressed, because I'd never really, obviously you watch
Hans Zimmer, come on, Chris.
Hans Zimmer, yes. So I was super impressed by this when you told me what music you like listening to, because for me, it's not something I used to listen to. I would go to the movies, I'll go to the cinema, watch a film, I'd appreciate the music, but I wouldn't then think to go home and listen to it. But now I absolutely love Hans Zimmer as well. It's so great to listen to whilst you're doing your work. Because like you said, when you're trying to do your work and you listen to music, you get distracted by the words, you start listening to what the people are saying, the soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah, so I do that, and then I listen. So there's Hans Zimmer, there's another guy called Zach Hemsey, who you can listen to on YouTube. Has like amazing music. And then at the other end of the scale, I love the UK grime music. So I love it's a guy called Kano who I listen to, who has an album called Hoodies All Summer. Brilliant album. If you want to listen to anyway, you might not like this type of music, but I just love it, right? So it helps me, okay? What about you, Ben?
I love Hillsong music. Hillsong worship, I just love listening to it.
So she loves kind of worship
amazing.
music.
But I listen to that mostly when I'm working, when I'm cooking, or cleaning.
Right. So Pink said, what's your thoughts on minimalism? So we're big fans, and we're kind of working towards it gradually. In fact, as time passes, we're going to start to introduce more content around minimalism.
Yes.
We have quite some way to go, because we have our home. Like we live in a well, our home is still filled with stuff. We've got a 4-bedroom house, and
we fill them all,
and 2 reception rooms, and there's stuff everywhere. So we're still kind of learning the art of minimalism, and I think that in itself is a good thing, because we're discovering it naturally and gradually kind of making it a part of our internal culture.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else we got? Oh, Philip Glass. Okay, I recommend that you listen to Philip Glass. I'll check that out. Top 3 books for Chris LeMay. Top 3 books for money mindset and wealth building. Well, you know what? There are so many. I'll tell you what. About kind of big understanding about business and about huge life principles for life and work. These principles are great for wealth building. Very good for that. I mentioned before this book about money mindset by Jen Sincero. Let's have a look. What else have we got? This is a great book for investing. It's actually a really cool book, How to Own the World. It's a fabulous book for just understanding the idea of having a global perspective on investing and thinking about money from a global perspective. So that's actually really good. The best way to start a blog, Yemi O. Go and follow our tutorial. We've got a how to start a blog tutorial that you can follow at thehumblepenny.com/blogging. BLOGGING. Go and follow that tutorial step by step. Good. It will get you started. Okay. Ahmed D said, I recommend Ramid Djawadi. Yes, I love that, because he did the Game of Thrones composition, the music for that. I believe it's Game of Thrones. I think he's amazing, by the way. So
our favorite Hans Zimmer song is Time.
Yeah. Time by Hans Zimmer. Time. We love Time by Hans Zimmer. What else we got? Any more questions? You scroll up and see. We've probably missed quite a lot. Hang on. Market your own blog when you start off. It helps you learn the skill of marketing and sales all at once. Because you've got to create it from the beginning, it helps you learn about digital skills that you need to learn from the very beginning. And it helps just give you that level of, and because you have to create content on an ongoing basis, it helps to give you consistency. Okay. So I know it's a type of skill you have to learn as time passes, but I highly recommend checking out blogging. We have so many resources that you can follow. I mentioned also we've got a free blogging course at thehumblepenny.com. It's actually hugely empowering. Okay. Right, let's see. Any more questions?
Just to say, we did a video as well, both of us, didn't we, on jobs you can do from home, earning about £100 a day. So check that out, because some of the jobs we listed there, you can do it without any prior experience. You might need to do a little bit of learning, but not so much. So definitely check out that video.
So Amit asked a really important question. Amit Panchal, I think I've said that right. How are the kids coping with indoor lockdown?
So our older son, Josh, he's very outgoing and he really misses his friends.
Are you in the screen a bit? Just come this way a little
sorry,
bit.
Guys.
Yeah.
Luckily, they have each other. So we've got 2 boys. They're close in age, 20 months apart.
Yep.
So they're just best buddies. They play together. They're doing a lot of Lego building.
Khan Academy.
Wow.
Khan Academy for kids, by the way. Amazing.
App. It's amazing.
Yep.
So if anytime they want to use the iPad, Khan Academy.
Yeah.
There's loads of it's amazing. We have just been given so many resources that the children, really good resources. A lot of people have been sharing. A lot of people who usually have paid prescriptions are offering them for free. And so the boys have a lot of things to do, like a lot. This is some of their models.
Yeah, this is some of the models.
They're very big on
Lego models building at the minute.
They do.
Some really interesting things kids are building, which is quite cool.
But yeah, so we're just trying to make sure they're doing a lot of creative things.
Yeah, drawing, lots of drawing.
We've got some WhatsApp groups with the other, their friends' parents. And so we're sharing a lot of photos of the children doing their work. And so I'm showing them to my boys to keep them motivated. Like, look, your friends are working, so come on, like, do your work as well.
Yeah.
They're fine. They adapt very, very well. We're doing a lot of video calls as well. So
yeah, we've been doing video calls with just friends and things like that. So, which is really why we're doing this call as well. Just kind of hang out with you guys. You can hear from us just outside of the formal YouTube videos that we do as well. We've
got a timetable on the whiteboard, so they see what they're doing throughout the whole day, and they tick whatever task that they have done. But it's not so rigid. It's quite flexible. If they miss something, we don't have to follow that particular order. As long as they do all of the things that we've listed on the whiteboard, then we're good.
Okay. Right, what else we got? Your wife is so simple and beautiful. I love listening to you. But thank you. That's from FA. That's very kind. Very kind of you to say that. Yeah, so my perspective on kids, I think the kids have been doing quite well. We're trying to listen to them a lot more because they're trying to express themselves in this time. They're really trying their best to kind of express how they feel. And I think it's quite hard actually, juggling parenting, homeschooling, running a business, doing some work, relationship, extended family. It's actually quite challenging. And so we're trying our best to put in place the right things to help us where we can. We put schedules in place, we do calendar blocking. Like last night we watched Netflix, like we watched that program we said, the woman who
CJ Walker,
self-made on Netflix, because we just because we work so hard, but once in a while we just want to take time out and just chill out and watch stuff, listen to music and stuff. Ade, well done. Ade is one of our really kind of active people in our community in the academy. Thanks for joining this call. I wasn't actually expecting you to join, so good to have you here. Hello, Meteor at last night. Oh, hi, Pink. I'm planning on investing for the first time. I'm having difficulty on which do I put money in? Which is the best investment choice as a beginner? Okay, good question, Pink. So I'd say keep things simple. You want to, if you're a complete beginner, don't pick individual stocks. Go and invest in a low-cost passive fund. Okay, passive just means that there isn't somebody making investment advice on your behalf. Okay, and because they're not doing that, they're not spending money in expensive offices and wearing flashy suits. It means that the decision is essentially made in a very low-cost way, and the money is invested by simply tracking what's known as an index. An index is a list, a bit like a shopping list, except it's a list of companies that represent a particular marketplace. For example, the S&P 500 represents the US equities market. Okay, equities being like stocks and things like that. Okay, so I'd say focus on investing in a passive fund. We've done some really good videos. We did one about how to start investing as a beginner. The one in St. Lucia, we had so much fun making that video. And so honestly, that film, there's so many frustrations as well, because
watch the bloopers.
Oh God, when I think about it, I kind of want to go back to St. Lucia now. But anyway, watch that video. It's actually a really cool video to watch because I really go into a lot of detail, and Mary does an amazing job with editing it to make me look good. So please check that one out. I think it's a good video to watch. What else? What else we got? Amazing couple. God bless you. God bless you too, John.
God bless you
John,
too.
We really appreciate you guys. I just want to say, everybody who's watching and the people who are going to watch later, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel.
Thank you so much.
You've made this whole thing real for us. We never really knew how we'd get on YouTube. And we're gaining a lot more confidence doing the videos, and we're enjoying doing it because we work really hard behind the scenes to make those videos for you guys. So we hope it's helping you guys. Let us know if there are new videos you want us to make. Let us know in these comments. Let us know, what you'd like us to make.
Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your support. And yeah, just your kind words and encouragement that just keeps us motivated to keep pushing our content out there. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. And this video has gone on for way too long. I never ever thought we'd make a 47-minute video, but I feel like we've been talking forever. But we're going to do more. If you want us to do more lives like this, by the way, let us know. And we'd be more than happy to do it. It's our first one ever. So we're kind of learning how to do it. Let us know and we'll be more than happy to organize another one. Okay? Please look after each other. You know, stay safe. Look after your families. Look after yourselves. And we look forward to seeing you guys soon on our next video, which should be tomorrow. All right. Okay.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Much love from us.
Much
love.
love.
Bye-bye. Now, how do you end the live? Oh, there you go.